everybody, welcome to another edition of On the Rise with Kyle Bogey, the aforementioned Kyle Bogey. I'm Lauren Platt. No glasses this week.
I like those things.
Okay, yeah, I'll bring them back. No doubt about it. But this is an opportunity that we have during the week to kind of get you caught up on some things that are going on in recruiting. There is so much happening, and there are so many websites and so much information out there. It's nice to be able to come to just one place, get a quick little hit on what's happening, and who knows, maybe you know one of these kids or one of your teammates or whatever. But we know that Michigan State and Tom Izzo have really been cleaning up. There's no question about it, and right now I understand they're a big contender for the big cheese, right?
Well, so we're already talking about Josh Langford, a 5-star wing, a top 10 player in the entire country, coming from Alabama to go to East Lansing. We're talking about Cassius Winston, about a month ago, point guard, nationally ranked.
Favorite for Mr. Basketball
Absolutely, one of the best players to come out in quite some time at that position specifically. Okay. Then you add Miles Bridges last week. He commits. Forward that can do so many different things. And you're like, all right, Michigan State's set in that 2016 class, right? They already have the #1 ranked class. That's it. Well, no, it turns out they could be going for an even bigger fish, better than all those guys. And we're talking about Josh Jackson, a Detroit native, and a name you really need to remember. Obviously, we had a chance to see him locally. He's unreal. 6'6", 6'7".
It's so good. So good. So good.
I mean, he can do it all. He's a great passer. He's got good instincts. He's a tough kid. He can shoot it a little bit. I mean, you watch him play, and he's played. You can see him playing for USA Basketball and ESPNU.
He's like Kevin Durant. That's who he reminds me of.
He really is, and we hate throwing comparisons out there. But you know what?
He's long.
It's warranted.
Yeah, he's a game changer. He's the man you want. He'll play 1 year.
Absolutely.
And that's
He could play in the NBA right now.
He'll be done.
As far as I'm concerned, if there wasn't a rule, he'd be in the NBA.
What is it that you know that he has limited his choices to?
Well, he's got offers from all over the country, and he doesn't talk to anyone. I was lucky enough to briefly have a chance to speak with him, and I know that Michigan State has been on him hard, and the relationship that he has with Tom Izzo is something that's key. And he's friends with some of the guys that are in that class. So it'll obviously be intriguing to watch that, and you wonder if coming home, is something that he really wants to do. He's out in Los Angeles at a prep school right now, starring, of course. But I think it's going to be interesting to watch as we move forward. But if they get him,
I think he's an Under Armour athlete, right?
I can't remember what AAU team he plays for.
Yeah.
But
they have some mega team. But if you remember Josh Jackson, if that's familiar to you, he played at Tory Consortium first couple of years, won a state title in Class C with them. That was the only time we got a chance to talk to him. Was after that win. But you're right, he's all that in a bag of chips, and if they land him, then wow.
National championship favorite.
Absolutely. It mirrors of Kentucky and what they're able to do and bring these types of players in.
One of the best classes we've seen in a long time, and honestly, I think it would compare very closely to the Fab Five and what we saw with Michigan in the early 90s.
That'd be awesome.
I really do.
That'd be awesome. It's great to be a fan of Michigan sports in general, just for all the schools, the pro teams. We got a lot of stuff going on. But as far as the juniors go, there have been some new offers in football.
Yes, defensive end Corey Malone-Hatcher, kid from St. Joseph. He picks up a couple of offers, one from Wisconsin, one also from Columbia. You're saying Columbia, well, that's probably not going to be a football powerhouse. Well, academics going to be key in this recruitment. Also, Walled Lake Western wide receiver Cody White picks up a new offer from Indiana. Indiana's starting to get more involved. There's some coaches on that staff with some ties to the state of Michigan, and they're starting to really kind of reap the benefit of those relationships.
Yeah, and I think they're getting better as a football program, so obviously getting a lot more attention.
Hey, I don't care who you are. You go and give Ohio State, a game on a Saturday, win or lose. It's impressive.
No doubt, no doubt. And again, you get to play in the Big Ten, and for states like Michigan and Ohio and others, it's an opportunity for you to play at home every once in a while and have your fans.
And stick it to the schools maybe that you didn't get an offer from.
Well, there's that too. All right, Dearborn-Fordson offensive lineman Zach Darwish, I believe you pronounce his name, preparing to hit the road?
Yes, he's going to take visits to Toledo and Michigan. Alan True of Scott.com reporting that this week. So he's kind of starting to get the ball rolling in his recruitment. Obviously, Toledo is a school that gets involved with these kids very early. Michigan, another one that is keeping an eye on this young man.
Okay, and then finally, Western Michigan has dipped into the PSL to pluck another prospect.
Yeah, well, Rodney Davis, a young man that decided to commit to Western Michigan. PJ Fleck, absolutely, dominating in Metro Detroit area. He's getting a lot of talent, a lot of local kids, and that flavor, I absolutely love it. I mean, obviously people don't want to talk about MAC football too much, but at the same time, I think it's great that he's getting a lot of kids from around here.
He really is, and he's getting a lot of stars for their teams. You know, you talk about when you go to a Division I college, like every kid on those teams was the best player on their team or in their town. But he really is doing that with a lot of the interesting players that he's collecting.
A lot of enthusiasm. We'll see how long Western can keep him there as their head coach, though.
No doubt about it. That is On the Rise for this week. We'll talk to you same time next week.